Yeah, I'm excited to get this award ceremony started soon. Oh, Doug, your mustache looks real good right now.
Oh, Doug.
Did you trim it today?
Thank you so much, Doug. I did. I trimmed it today. I trim it every day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah, to look this good.
Right.
Yeah.
And the oil.
Yeah, the oil.
What kind do you use? Do you have one of those little brushes too?
Oh, I have all the things. Yeah, I have a giant lube stick for my stash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Should we warm up our vocal cords?
We should probably warm up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just wanna.
Girls just wanna have fun.
Oh, girls just wanna
have fun.
They just wanna.
Does anyone know? Are we recording yet? Does anyone know if we're going?
Oh gosh.
Okay.
We're live, Doug.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cloud Games Awards 2025. This is my co-host, Doug Barron.
And my co-host, Doug Barron. So first, we want to thank you all for participating in Cloud Games, and we want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Performance Designs. PD provides us with the medals. They have been with us from the beginning of this event for the past 5 years, and we're so thankful for their support.
Well, I think we should thank our judges, shouldn't we?
Oh yes, we should also thank our judges.
Thank you, Doug.
They watched 266 RW videos, 28 artistic videos, 20 Wingsuit files, 60 CF videos, and 30 sky surfing videos this weekend.
That is a lot of
It
video
was a lot
watching.
of videos. They were all remote as well.
Thank you so much, judges. We'd like to start by thanking the Formation skydiving judges, Chris Howard, Chief Judge. Thank you very much. How Nee. Oh, How Nee. Yes. Thank you so much, How. Rena Gallo, Helene Ruminer, Dave Grabowski, Jen Sharp, and Chris Wagner. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank the artistic events judges, Tamara Coyne, the Chief Judge, and Bryce Witcher and Lucy Paul. Thank you so much.
We can't forget about those wingsuiting judges. We have Scott Callentine was the Chief Judge and tabulated some very confusing results today. And we have the Canopy Formation judges, Chief Judge Cheryl Michaels, along with Bob Lyon and Eli Godwin. And for sky surfing, a new addition for this year, we have Keith, also known as Kibi, Snyder. Thank you guys so much.
And thank you to all of the drop zones and the meet directors. We could not have done this Cloud Games competition without your eyes and ears at each location acting as the person of contact.
Our event goals for Cloud Games is to get more drop zones and skydivers into competition. So thank you so much also to Ian and the Endeavix team for the software that we use for uploads.
That's some good stuff, isn't it?
It's getting better every year. And thank you so much again to Performance Designs for our event medals.
You know, we had 32 participating drop zones this year. Holy cow, Doug.
That is a lot.
Do you know how many we had last year?
Is it something like 22?
22.
Wow.
If you don't know how to math, I'm going to math for you right now. That's 10 more drop zones than last year.
Wow.
Let's name them. Let's give these drop zones a shout out. Let's start with Crystal Coast Skydiving.
Ooh, I believe the World Championships were there last year.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful there.
I've heard it's beautiful. We have Drop Zone Krutitsky from Russia.
Jump Florida, skydiving Lake Wales. I think that's where all that canopy formation's going on, isn't it?
Actually, there were no canopy formation teams from that drop
Oh,
zone
I
this year,
didn't know that.
But
Doug,
next year.
Doug, you are always keeping me in line,
Yeah,
aren't you, Doug? Jeez.
It's tough. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Thank you.
Next, we also have Jump Town.
And SA Skydiving from Australia. Good day, mate.
We had Skydive Arizona.
Skydive Burnaby in Canada.
Skydive California.
Skydive Chicago.
Skydive City, Z Hills.
Skydive Cross Keys.
Skydive Cuautla from Mexico.
Skydive Danielson.
Skydive Elsinore.
Skydive Grand Haven. Let's turn our page because there's more.
There are more, many more. We have Skydive Hoogeveen from the Netherlands.
You know, you're getting real good at that language. I can't wait for you to use it later on, Doug. You've been practicing, huh?
I've been practicing.
Skydive Indianapolis was in the house.
Skydive Kaphausen.
Skydive Midwest.
Skydive Moab.
Skydive New England.
Skydive Orange.
Skydive Puerto Rico.
Ooh, that was a good accent too, Doug.
I've been
Nice job.
working on it. I've been working on it.
Skydive Raleigh.
Skydive Ramblers, also in Australia. Good day, mate.
Skydive Sebastian.
Skydive Spaceland Dallas.
Skydive Spaceland Houston.
Skydive Tecumseh.
Skydive Twin Cities.
Skydive Club of, you're the one who knows the Finnish language, Doug.
I believe it's Tampere.
Tampere. Thank you
Finland.
for being a part of the Cloud Games.
And Western New York Skydiving.
That's
32.
32.
Yeah.
Did you count them all? Because that's a lot.
A lot. So again, our goal for this event is to grow competition skydiving, to allow people to be able to put together pickup teams that will hopefully continue competing down the road, and also allows people to compete from the comfort of their home drop zone without having the costs of travel, and hopefully get more people in the competition.
Absolutely. It's such a great concept. It also gives host DZs the opportunity to host competitions without the costs of judging and scoring system, which we know is a lot. It also allows people to compete early in the season and get a starting point for their team, which is invaluable. And, when we started this, we went from 19 DZs, Doug, only 19 in 2 different countries with 203 competitors. And that was in 2023. And then last year, 23 drop zones in 4 different countries with 240 competitors. That was last year in 2024. And like we said, 34 drop zones in 7 different countries. And we had 260 competitors this year. Whoa, Doug.
Getting better every year.
Whoa.
So a quick note about Cloud Games. Since all of the teams are competing all over the world, it is highly unlikely, unfortunately, that everyone will have fantastic weather. So we do have a specific weather rule for Cloud Games. Any weather or any rounds not completed due to weather, their score, their average up until that point, minus 10%, is the score that they get for their remaining rounds. So if you do see any particular like FS teams or sky surfing teams with decimal points, it's because they weren't actually able to jump that round due to weather, but their average before that point was taken minus 10%, and that is the score that they got for those rounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering when I saw some of the scores, I thought it was just because the weather showed up like it was registered for the competition.
Yeah, that's what I heard on the trash talking group.
Man, that trash talking group was going off.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for explaining the weather rules, because there was a lot of weather. And so next up is the weather complaining competition. Just kidding. Somebody already won that. We're going to talk about wingsuit performance first, Doug. Man, those wingsuiters are cool, aren't they? There were 4 teams. 4 teams in wingsuit performance. And a competition in wingsuit performance consists of 3 rounds in speed, 3 in distance, and 3 in time. During the speed round, pilot's goal is to fly as fast as possible in the competition window. Doug, that sounds like a blast, man.
Wow.
Have you ever wingsuited?
Yes, I have, actually.
Doug.
I have 5 whole wingsuit jumps.
I'm learning stuff about you every day, Doug. Man, Doug, you're the bomb. Anyway, during the distance rounds, the pilot's goal is to fly as far as possible in a horizontal line across the ground. That also sounds like a blast. In the time rounds, the pilot's goal is to stay in the competition window for the longest amount of time. A position logging device is worn by the competitors to collect real-time data and GPS position. The competition window is 1,000 meters or 3,281 feet. I had to write that down. That didn't come out of the old noggin there. And it's measured vertically.
I had that memorized.
Did you, Doug? Nothing surprises me, Doug. Typically, there are different classes of suits in this discipline, making some of these flyers hard to compare to each other in the remote format.
Yes, because if you imagine somebody wearing a giant wingsuit would perhaps be able to stay up longer.
Oh, yeah, they'd be able to stay up longer.
Than somebody jumping a smaller wingsuit. That makes sense. But
yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the task awards first, starting with speed. In 3rd place, with the bronze, we have team name This Is Waruda. Drop Zone Skydive Chicago, and the competitor is Jesus Jimenez. His fastest speed was 188.29 kilometers per hour, which is also 116.99 miles per hour. I did that in my head.
I know you did. I knew it. I knew it. You're so smart, Doug.
Yes.
Next, I'd like to talk about silver place in speed. And that would be Double Fronts to Valhalla. That is the coolest name, man. From Skydive Cuautla in Mexico. That would be Daniel Medina as the competitor. And his fastest speed was 205.33 kilometers per hour, which is,
wow.
Tell me you know it.
127.58 miles per hour.
Blowing my mind, Doug. That's fast.
I was really excited because from his picture, I thought he was on a boat, but then I realized that didn't make sense.
Oh, I saw a boat.
Yep.
I saw a boat.
All right, first place for wingsuit speed is Pura Aventura from Skydive Cuautla, Mexico. The name is Leo Turco, and his fastest speed was 250.71 kilometers per hour, which is 155.78 miles per hour.
That is incredible.
Wow.
Incredible fast.
Wow.
Next, we're going to talk about time. In the time space here for bronze place, that would be team name Pura Aventura from Skydive Cuautla in Mexico. Congratulations, Leo Turco. Your slowest time, yes, I did mean slowest, 38.54 seconds. I don't know. Slowest time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's what we're going
Correct, yes. In second place with silver, we had Flow Flyers from Skydive Cuautla, Mexico, and it was Ariel Mireles Flores. His slowest time was 56.4 seconds.
And first place in time for the gold, team This Is War, Ruta from Skydive Chicago. That would be Jesus Jimenez. Congratulations with your slowest time at 55.67 seconds.
Nice work, Jesus. And check out that good picture. I wonder who the photographer could have been.
It was probably a Doug.
It might have been Doug.
You do everything, Doug. What don't you do? Do you knit caps for kittens?
I don't. I try to stay humble. I don't want to brag.
Doug, it's okay to brag sometimes. You're incredible.
But the kittens are just so cute. Let's continue.
Yeah, let's continue. Why not? You know, we're in the middle of an award ceremony, aren't we?
Next is distance. So third place for distance with the bronze medal is Flow Flyers from Skydive Cuautla, Mexico, and Ariel Mireles Flores with the furthest distance of 2.25 kilometers. And then you wonder why they all land off.
I don't wonder, Doug. I don't. Second place for distance in the silver medal contender going on here. This is Waruda from Skydive Chicago. Jesus Jimenez, furthest distance was 2.25 kilometers.
And in first place, gold, Pura Aventura. Skydive Cuautla, Mexico, we have Leo Turco with a total distance of 2.92 kilometers.
That's pretty far.
Nice work, wingsuiters. All right, I'm going to continue to explain the overall category for wingsuiting. So in typical wingsuiting competition, all competitors would have to complete all rounds, and then an average is used. But unfortunately, in this competition, we mentioned the weather earlier, only one competitor completed all rounds, and they had one flight sight error, and one competitor only completed 2 rounds, and 2 competitors only completed 4 rounds. So by traditional judging rules, we wouldn't be able to hand out an overall medal at all. But this is Cloud Games.
This is Cloud Games.
And we don't want to leave these competitors hanging.
Not hanging at all.
So the chief judge decided to go with golfing rules in a bold move.
I love golf.
I also don't know golfing rules, but that's what I'm told. So all of their task placements were added up, And the lowest score, aka they got more first places, they won. Whereas the highest score, aka they got more fourth places, came in fourth. So using this logic and the creative ingenuity of Scott Callentine, in third place overall for bronze, we have Flow Flyers from Skydive Cuautla, Mexico. So Ariel Mireles Flores came in third.
Would you like to also say the silver, Doug?
Sure, yeah.
Silver place is
Yep.
this
so
Doug.
silver place, second place overall, we have This Is Waruda from Skydive Chicago, Jesus Jimenez. Congratulations, Jesus.
And in gold place overall, again, from Skydive Cuautla, Mexico, Pura Aventura. Congratulations, Leo Turco.
Nice work, wingsuiters.
Nice job, wingsuiters. Way to keep it classy, wingsuiters. Next, we're going to move on to Freestyle Intermediate, compulsories only. We had 6 teams this year. That's pretty incredible.
That is incredible.
That is incredible. You know, I'm not much of an artistic flyer myself, so please pardon me as I explain this. Artistic includes 2 subcategories of competition, freestyle and free flying. Sounds pretty fun already, doesn't it, Doug?
It does, yes.
Yeah. Free fly includes a team consisting of 2 performers and a videographer, while freestyle includes 1 performer and 1 videographer. The competition is made up of compulsory rounds, jumps number 2 and 5, where teams complete 4 specific sequences of moves, as well as free rounds, where a team's individual choreographed routine is scored based on difficulty and execution. Kind of like figure skating in the sky, isn't it? And those ones would be jumps numbers 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Teams exit from 13,000 feet above the ground and have 42 seconds to perform. I wonder how they came up with 42.
42 sounds very specific.
Yeah, it's very specific, Doug. Different format for cloud games with compulsories only. We do it a little different around here. The jumpers do round 2 twice and round 5 twice, so they can get valuable feedback from judges before having a full free routine ready, because we wouldn't want them leaking that to the competition now, would we?
Yeah. Or a lot of teams just don't have it ready by early June.
Oh, that's it too,
Yeah,
isn't it, Doug? Yeah.
So, compulsories only. In third place for bronze, we have Girls Aloft from Skydive Arizona. Congratulations to Kate Bunkers and Wendy Corbin, last year's champions. This year they got a total points of 28.4, which is an average of 7.1. We are currently showing round 4 with a score of 7.7 points. So their sequence that they chose to do was head down carving sequence, which you just saw, which has a max point value of 10. And then they did a flip through followed by their angle.
Wow. That's a lot of goings on, Doug.
Yeah, the competition really stepped up their game for AE Intermediate this year. Girls Aloft got gold last year with a total of 28.5 points. So it's an average of 6.88. So they did better than last year as a team, and were still beat out by 2 up-and-coming teams this year.
That's pretty incredible.
It's getting hot in the kitchen.
It is so hot in the kitchen, Doug. It's incredible. We cannot wait to show you the rest of these teams. And in second place, with the silver medal, Team Better or Worcester from Skydive Kapowsin.
Wow, look at that exit.
Oh, that was really good.
That was beautiful.
This is Brady Worcester with Paul Worcester on video, flying high above the state of Washington with a total points of 31.2 and a point average of 7.8. Oh gosh, she's so smooth. Look at this.
Yeah.
That looks fun, Doug.
Beautiful.
We are showing you round 2 right now with a score of 9.1 points, and this sequence is a belly carve with a max difficulty of 10. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. A half eagle with a maximum difficulty of 10, front loops for a max of 10. And Doug, if I did this, I would pull a groin. Congratulations.
Stretching before any activities is key.
That's what I hear.
Yep.
But you then have to stretch before activities. Yeah.
That's, yes. Yes. So in first place, we're very excited to present gold to CCS Seoul. So So Crystal Coast Skydiving, this is their first, I believe, artistic competition. This is Toller Mendoza and Braxton Plisco with a total of 35.2 points.
Wow, look at that.
An average of 8.8 points. So we are showing round 4 with their score of 9.3 points. The sequence we're watching is flip through, followed by their angle, followed by this head down carve.
That looks so fun, Doug. Doug, look at how smooth she is.
Yep. And you can see in the video also how beautiful
Crystal Coast skydiving is.
Yes.
That's gorgeous. Doug, I was thinking we should start a Doug Way freestyle team. Did I mention that 10 times already?
I think twice. But
Okay.
yeah, Doug.
The Dougs. Look for that in
Freestyle
2026
team
Cloud Games.
coming at you soon.
Yeah, next year. Moving on to Freestyle Open compulsories, we had one team, and this can include head down and more difficult moves. In first place, team 2 versus 1, Drop Zone Krutitsy in Russia. Very smooth flying here. From Maria Osokina and Dmitry Vorobyev. Total points of 17.8 and a point average of 4.45. We are showing you round 3 with a score of 5.2 points. And this sequence includes side flying for a 5-point max difficulty, a reverse eagle with a 7.5 difficulty, head up straddle spins, which is very difficult here, 10-point difficulty, and an angle. The angle compulsory is worth a difficulty level of 7.5 points.
So overall, you can tell that their total point number is lower than intermediate. However, the open category for compulsories is significantly more difficult. So I believe they moved from intermediate last year to open this year, and we're really proud of their progress. That flying looked excellent.
Yes, congratulations, you guys. Keep flying, keep competing.
All right, this year was the initial time we were able to offer sky surfing. So somebody was approached last year to add sky surfing to Cloud Games.
What a cool idea, Doug.
And we said, why not?
Yeah, Doug, and the last time it was in the USPA Nationals was 2007.
2007.
Yeah.
Are
2008? We're not, but it's been that distance is old enough to vote. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. So let's talk a little bit about it. So in sky surfing, the skydiver wears a board. It looks similar to a snowboard, and it's attached to their feet, and they perform acrobatic maneuvers during free fall. So the discipline is typically judged based on a choreographed routine that includes spins, flips, and complex moves. So it used to be part of the artistic category.
That makes sense.
However, for Cloud Games, we reintroduced this discipline. Scoring was done more on a point basis, similar to FS, where 1 point was awarded for each correct move in a predetermined sequence completed within working time. So made it a little bit easier for scoring, a little bit less challenging for the competitors to come up with an artistic routine.
And look how many people showed up.
Yeah. So meter class, which is also referred to as side stance, is kind of the starting point. And then competitors move to the more challenging independent or inline class. So for Cloud Games, meter class, there were 4 compulsory rounds where the sequence was determined for the competitors ahead of time, and they had 40 seconds to complete the sequence as many times as they could. And then it was followed by 1 free spin round where they completed as many spins as they could within 20 seconds.
I'm dizzy already, Doug.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the meter class awards. We would like to do an honorable mention to Pac-Man because unfortunately he was not able to complete any events due to weather. So
yeah, poor Skydive Twin Cities.
Skydive Twin Cities did not have a good weekend, but that was Benjamin Haukus and AJ Ronning. And then in second place for silver, who also competed in independent class. So this was more just fun for practice. It was Team Gnarly Grommets. So also Skydive Twin Cities, but they were able to get a couple in there. Or they went to Des Moines. So they actually moved to Des Moines to avoid the weather. But we have Jacob Axel and Dustin Lairk on video.
How cool this is.
total points of 55.2, a point average of 11.04. So we are showing round 1 with a score of 12. This is a scorpion right 360, scorpion left 360, front flip to stand, which is what we just saw, a right 360, left 360, and scorpion.
Doug, would you ever want to sky surf?
No.
Okay.
My hips can no longer handle landing with the board.
And hips don't lie.
Yeah.
So first place in the meter class of sky surfing with the gold, who also competed in independence class, so this was just more for fun and practice, is Team Surf the Earth out of Skydive Moab. Gosh, that is
Look
a
at that view.
Wow. All right, this is Connor Bevel and Nicholas Reyes doing some cool stuff out there, guys. Total points for this was 60 with a point average of 12. And we are currently showing you round 2 with a score of 16 points. He is doing a scorpion right 360, scorpion left 360, front flip to stand, right 360, left 360, scorpion. And now they're doing this as many times as possible, over and over and over again, for 40 seconds.
Yeah, 40 seconds.
And just crushing it, having the best time. You can see it on his face.
Yep.
Amazing. Congrats.
And now we have sky surfing independent class, which means that they need to stand on their board in line instead of side by side. So we had 5 teams compete, which is excellent for the first year of offering an event.
Yeah.
And there were 3 compulsory rounds where the sequence was determined for them for 40 seconds, similar to meter class, but then that was followed by 1 free spin round where they completed as many spins as they can for 20 seconds, followed by 1 free wheel round where they completed as many layouts as they can in 30 seconds.
Wow. I'm still dizzy thinking about that, Doug.
Yes, I believe one of these videos I will have to look away. Third place for bronze, we have Surf the Earth from Skydive Moab. Again, this is Connor Bevel, Nicholas Reyes on video, and then they also had a substitute for their independent class of Chelsea Manning as an alternate videographer for them. So they got a total of 41 points, 8.2 average, and we are showing round 1 with a score of 9 points. It's their second highest scoring round. They had a scorpion right 360, scorpion left 360, front flip to stand, right 360, left 360, scorpion.
Oh, look at him fly. Holy cow.
You can see when they're standing in line, it seems a bit more wobbly.
It sure does,
compared
Doug.
to that side, see those wobbles a little bit.
This is so cool.
But that is quite the talent there.
Yeah, it is neat to see this making a comeback.
Yeah.
Let's talk about silver place, shall we? Team name Gnarly Grommets from Skydive Twin Cities. This would be Jacob Axel and Dustin Lairk, for a total points of 46 and a 9.2 point average. Right now, we are showing you round 5 with a score of 9 points. This is their second highest scoring round. And what you're watching right now is 1 freewheel round, jump number 5.
That was him doing flips and flips and flips and flips.
Yeah, flips, more flips.
For days.
30 seconds.
All right.
Go.
And the far and away champion for the initial year of sky surfing at Cloud Games. For first place, gold, we have the Mozzarella Fellas.
Oh, that name, Doug. I'm
Yes.
jealous.
And they went to Skydive Midwest. It was Wyatt DeBow and Marco Konoval with 75 total points with a 15-point average. And we are showing round 4 with 31 points. So you can see they're doing as many upright spins in 20-second time limit.
Doug, I need to look
As they
away.
can.
Doug, I
Yes.
need to look away.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Yeah. I heard something about a hard deck.
Yes. Oh,
Did you
sorry.
talk
Yes.
about that?
Yes. There's a hard deck of
Yeah.
7,000 feet for that event to make sure that they can undizzy themselves and deploy their canopy safely.
I would think so. I would think so.
But the rider must spin upright on the board in any spinning configuration, and the number of rotations that they do equal their total points, of which he did 31.
Wow. Congratulations, Mozzarella Fellas.
That's a lot of spins.
That's a lot of spins. Next, we're going to move on to FS. Three-way FS rookie, to be exact. And we had 2 teams this year, Doug. We had 2 teams. And I'd like to explain to you a little bit about FS rookie class. It's a little bit different than the other classes that you might see at USPA Nationals. In this rookie division, it is a 3-way with a video flyer. So it is an incredibly accessible event for smaller drop zones. It allows Cessna drop zones to participate. Isn't that right, Doug?
Yes,
Yeah.
even Cessna drop zones can participate in that one.
Yeah, that's totally it. And last year, that was our biggest year in this category with 11 teams. This year we had 2, and we're wondering, where did our rookie class go? Doug, I think they all started doing crew. We'll talk about that later. Let's keep talking about this. So in the rookie class, in the past, we have allowed grip switching, which makes it a lot easier, let's say. But this year we've decided, and the rules were announced ahead of time, that the judges would be a little bit more not allowing grip switching as much, which made it a little tougher. And that was reflected in this year's scores than compared to historical. So let's talk about Silver Place, shall we, Doug?
Silver Place.
That's all about you.
I am ready, yes. We had a team this year, Onion Air Force from Skydive Cuautla, Mexico. Daniel Flores, Edmund Tota, Fabian Mireles Flores, Gonzalo Espinosa on video. And then originally signed up for their team, but unfortunately had to be out due to injury, was Patrick Stegmeyer on video. So they got total points of 4 with an average of 0.8. We are showing round 4 with a score of 1 point, where the draw was called a flying open. So they do an open accordion with a fly around, open accordion, fly around, open accordion, fly around, which is a fantastic 3-way drill for newer jumpers to try.
Yeah, that is. And I just saw him do a fly over too. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great way to get your skills up. Let's talk about first place. Who took the gold, baby? Synergy. Skydive Spaceland Houston. And this team would be composed of Susan Marriott, Cameron Scott, Ralph Stasser, and Ra Venkatraman. They had a point total of 12, right on, guys and gals, and an average of 2.4 points. Currently, we're showing you round 3 with a score of 4 points. This is their highest scoring round. And the draw for this was a star 360 star, left donut, right donut.
They did a fantastic job on this round. This is not typically one that scores high in this dive pool.
Yeah, good job, guys. Way to compete. Hope you carry on.
So now we are going to move to 4-way FS beginner. We had 10 teams compete in one of our largest categories. And in 4-way formation skydiving, similar to the rookie, teams are made up of 4 performers this time and 1 videographer. They have 35 seconds of free fall to complete as many formations as possible. And for 10 rounds, the teams can exit at 10,500 feet traditionally. For cloud games, they can exit higher than that. And then they're given a different specific sequence of formations to complete each jump. So the winning team is the one that completes the most successful formations.
Excellent.
In 3rd place, we will now show you the video for Charlie's Angels from Skydive Indianapolis. It's Haley Patterson, Sarah Robinson, Steve Shorten, Olivia Willink, and Jason Corando on video. They had 56 total points, an average of 5.6, and we are showing round 6 with a score of 7 points. The draw for this dive was a 9-0, which is cat accordion, and satellite. I would like to also give a shout out to this team because they did a great job hustling and moving around to find good weather to complete all of their jumps. They drove 3.5 hours one way to Skydive Chicago for the day on Saturday, and then 3.5 hours back to Skydive Indianapolis to be able to jump on Sunday. So they were basically competing on 4 hours of sleep and did a fantastic job.
Very committed, guys. Good job. Well done. And let's talk about Silver Place and show you the video from Popstards from Jump, Florida, Lake Wales. This would be Kayla Hall, Shayla Hand, Daniel Wally, Sophie Warrenbrand, Jana I hope I pronounced that correct. This is Popstards. crispy, bold, and baked different. Their total points of 71 here with a point average of 7.1. And currently we are showing you round 4 with a score of 4, their highest scoring round. The jump here is NME, crank, star, meeker. Good job, guys. I did see that you improved from your 3.1 average last year, so congratulations.
Oh, that is a significant improvement. I would now like a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, guys.
In first place, though, for gold, we have Z-Hills door blockers. Skydive City Z-Hills. Look at those shiny new suits they've got. The competitor names are John Bruce, Jamie Hamilton, Reed Hansen, Jason King, and Casey Mongovan. They had 86 total points, an average of 8.6, and we are currently watching round 9 with a score of 15 points. For a beginner team, fantastic.
That's their jumpsuits.
I mean,
if you look good, you
there's
fly
some
good.
practice and skill in there.
Okay,
too,
Doug.
I'm
Yeah,
sure,
you're
but
right,
their
Doug.
jumpsuits do look sharp. The draw is FPJ, and which is an open accordion side body donut. Open accordion side body donut. Open accordion side body donut.
Again and again, Doug. Okay, so that's it for the beginner class. Let's talk about 4-way FS intermediate. We had 3 teams this year. And in the bronze place for intermediate FS, Shoot Happens. Skydive Burnaby in Canada. This would be Jeff Gemmel, Lana Starchuk, Gary Tays, Roman Turetsky, Victoria Zotova. Total points of 50 and a point average of 5. We are showing you round 1 with a score of 7, their best round. That is a beautiful view out there to be doing 1-6. Molar, Stardian. Yeah, how do they even get any work done looking at that view? I don't understand. They're looking pretty good.
That does look quite beautiful.
Yeah, good job, guys.
All right, in second place with silver, we have Skydive Danielson Intravenous. As you could guess, Skydive Danielson is the drop zone, with Kathy Ann Cadigan, Anthony Cernera, Brian Long, Sherry Wang, and Ivy Yang. They had 67 total points, an average of 6.7, and we are showing round 8 with a score of 10, which was their best round. Look at that camera flying. That is close.
I was going to say, in those 20s, looking good, guys.
Yeah, H20M, Bow Zipper Star.
I am really appreciating all the fluorescent colors there in their
Yes.
jumpsuit.
It makes the grips really easy for the judges to see.
It sure does, yeah. Now let's talk about gold place. Team Spaceland Dallas Pajama Party. These guys know how to nap. Spaceland Dallas. This is Deanna Anderson, Nick Anderson, Sean Henry, Bren Saxton, Beth Victor. 80 total points and a point average of 8.0. We are currently showing you round 3 with a score of 10. This jump is J18E, donut, zircon, meeker.
Look how tight they're staying in between their points.
Oh yeah, you can tell these guys have been training.
That was very nice.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Typically people, they can drift between points, but they did a great job staying tight.
I know you never drift though, Doug.
Tight.
Well,
It's hard to be me. So now we're going to move on to 4-way VFS Advanced. We had 3 teams competing, and in 4-way vertical formation, the teams are made up of 4 performers and 1 videographer, and they have 35 seconds of free fall to complete as many vertical formations as possible. So for 10 rounds, 6 for intermediate, the teams exit at 13,000 feet or higher and are given a different specific sequence of formations for them to complete within a certain amount of working time. But for this one, they are competing with their head or their feet towards the ground versus the traditional belly to earth body position.
Yeah, that doesn't make much
we're
sense.
more familiar with to complete each jump. So the team to complete the most formations, of course, over the given over the amount of time is the winner. But they're just doing it vertically. So in third place for bronze, we have Aeroflux from Skydive Arizona, Wendy Corbin, Ty Lucy, Akash Pinica, Jesse Salas, and Catherine Spillane. Total of 22 points. Their average is 2.2. And we are currently watching round 7 with a score of 5 points. The draw was J13K. Flock, head down star, anchor.
Looking good, guys. I know these guys have not been a team for very long, but they are crushing. Looking good.
And even more so than potentially FS, like, it is very easy to drift between points. So I've heard.
I've heard it's impossible not to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about silver place. Second place here, Context VFS from Skydive Chicago. This is an all-female team. Tamara Bartlett, Nell Flemmer, Ashley Goldstein on video, Michelle Hart, and Maggie Regan. They earned a total points of 69 and a point average of 6.9. Look at these ladies fly. We are showing you round 5 with a score of 11 points. E312. That would be wave, head down accordion, pinwheel, pinwheel.
They were at Skydive Chicago this weekend, and it was a pleasure.
A vibe.
Yes.
It was a vibe.
It was a vibe.
It was a
Yes.
vibe. Thank you, ladies.
Yes. And in first place with gold, we have SDC Hatchlings, which was a player coach pickup team with 2 members of SDC Core. So that is a fun experience. And they, even though they are SDC Hatchlings, they did compete at Skydive Arizona. We have Dana Bjorn, Palmer Collette, Seth Robinson, Jay Russ, and Stephanie Strange. So total 81 total points, an average of 8.1, and we are currently watching round 3 with a score of 15 points. The draw was A2211. Cross, core buddies, fun buddies, fun buddies.
That's a lot of buddies, Doug.
That is, yeah, and that looked quite fun. I would like some buddies in our skydives too.
I would like some buddies too. Yeah.
For our artistic team, maybe we can be Doug buddies.
Doug buddies.
Doug buddies.
Coming at you 2026.
Doug buddies.
All right, next up is a new discipline. It's not a new discipline. It's been around for 10 years. It is the next discipline.
It's only been around for 10 years?
11 years.
11
I lied,
years.
Doug.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm usually wrong.
Yep.
2-way MFS, and we are discussing the intermediate class. We had 8 teams in intermediate this year in Cloud Games.
Wow.
I know, that's a lot.
I heard that SDC Matrix put together a lot of pickup teams.
That's what I heard too, Doug.
Yeah.
In 2-way mixed formation skydiving, teams are made up of 2 performers and 1 videographer, and they have 35 seconds to complete a series of formations in free fall as fast as they possibly can. And it could be in any orientation: belly flying, back flying, head up flying, or head down flying. And for 6 rounds in intermediate, teams exit at 13,000 feet above the ground. And they are, I don't know what this says, Doug, given a different specific sequence of formations to complete each jump, just like regular FS and just like sky surfing. The team to complete the most formations in the given time overall wins. And what's very exciting, Doug, is that intermediate was made an official event this year at the upcoming 2025 Nationals. It was just a test event last year, and it was a huge success because there is no head down flying required in intermediate MFS.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, it sets the bar, or it sets the entry point accessible for all.
Yeah.
So,
excellent.
Let's talk about it.
We would like to give an honorable mention. So there was a tie for 3rd place.
That's incredible.
Yes, for this event. So I will explain tiebreaker procedures in a moment, but honorable mention to who ended up getting 4th was Airheads from Skydive Orange with Jenna Gammon, Nick Lizop, Nicolette Samper, and they had 17 points total, which is an average of 2.83.
Congratulations.
And then with the tiebreaker, number 1, in traditional competition, you do a tiebreaker round. Because of weather and everyone finishing in different time zones, we do not do the tiebreaker round for cloud games, because typically it might be dark somewhere else by the time you do it.
Night jump tiebreakers.
Yeah.
No.
Would be difficult to judge. So instead, we go to the second rule, which is the team with the highest score on any given one round would then place higher. So, but Airheads and Chaos both had the highest score of 5.
That's pretty incredible.
So we had to go dig in the rule books and find step number 3 for a tiebreaker.
Step 3.
Where you take the highest score, starting with the last round, the last completed round, and then you go in reverse order until the tie is broken.
That's
so
exhausting,
you basically
Doug.
Look at the scores backwards, and that takes us backwards to round 4, because they both had the same scores for round 6 and round 5, and round 4 they had a different score, and in round 4 Chaos Squared had a 4 and Airheads had a 1.
Well, there we go.
So Airheads officially placed 4th, and Chaos Squared officially placed 3rd.
All right, so let's talk about it. In bronze place, MFS Intermediate, Chaos Squared from Skydive Raleigh. This would be Brooks Banks, Nicole Land, and Eric Gray on video.
They just did an unlinked head-up exit
Pretty sick.
next to each other.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah. Flying head up on the hill, I hear, is very hard.
Yeah.
Total points of 17 through the competition and a point average of 2.83. We're showing you round 5 with a score of 5 points. And the draw is 520. That would be upright auger, jelly roll, jelly roll.
We should also give a shout out to Skydive Raleigh, since they had some plane issues early in the day on Saturday and rushed to find another plane to bring in for the competitors, both this MFS team and later a crew team. So they were able to start jumping at like 3 or 4 o'clock on Saturday. So got a bit of a late start, but the drop zone really hustled to make sure they were able to get their rounds in.
Yeah, they had massive respect for cloud games and their competitors. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Excellent. All right, and for second place, we have Ruddy Good MFS. It looks like somebody's camera might have been stuck in vertical, but this is Skydive Chicago, believe it or not. And competitor names were Elliot Mitchell, Hannah Ruddy, with videographer Nick Fenner. We had 20 total points, a point average of 3.33, and we are showing round 2 with a score of 5 points, which was L6, Waffle Maker, Gears. This was a pickup team, so they are, I believe these jumpers jump together fairly regularly, but they did a fantastic job never trying MFS before.
Yeah, this was
Formally.
their first time ever even hearing about it,
Yep.
being British and coming from New Zealand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw some brains exploding.
There were brains exploding doing MFS. First place gold in intermediate MFS, VSA Flatlanders, competing at Skydive Chicago. This would be Kyle Barber, Laurel, I am so sorry I never learned how to pronounce your name, Pomeller, and Donovan Ward on video. You had 25 total points and an average of 4.17. We're showing you the Flatlanders round 1 with a score of 7 points. The draw is 17-7, roly-poly, periscope. And the roly-poly is the first ever MFS block that combines a vertical orientation like that, a flip all the way to belly. So it begins in a sit and ends in a belly, which is
That sounds fun.
pretty cool. Yes, it's very cool, and it is very accessible to all flyers. So congratulations, VSA Flatlanders. Next, we're going to talk about two-way MFS Advanced. We had 3 teams this year in MFS Advanced, and one of the very exciting things going on in MFS right now is that there are 10 rounds now of competition in Advanced and Open, and every round in all divisions of MFS are potentially mixed. So this division could be a combination of belly flying, back flying, sit flying, and head down flying. And there's 10 rounds.
Like the name mixed formation skydiving.
Yes. And sometimes it doesn't come out mixed, but most of the time it does. And in third place with the bronze medal, Excessive Exclusive from Skydive Chicago. This is Chanel Laffin, Jack Minahan, and Mark Nierzwicki on video with 36 total points, a point average of 3.6. And we are showing you round 2 with a score of 6, their highest scoring round. This draw is 20C17. We're seeing that roly-poly again there. Jelly roll, vertical compressed, and roly-poly.
That videographer is also doing a fantastic job,
Yes,
which I heard is quite hard for MFS.
I too have heard that that is one of the hardest jobs with a camera on in skydiving. Congratulations, Excessive Exclusive.
All right, in second place, we have One Good Push from Skydive Chicago, which was Casey Crippen, Matt Drew, and Lynn Hansen on video. We got 46 total points, an average of 4.6, and we are showing round 6 with a score of 8, which was their highest scoring round. The draw was 5-0-H, which is upright auger, Versa Vice, and Tetris. I believe they were also a pickup team.
Yeah.
So although the inside flyers have quite a bit of skydiving and tunnel experience, still being able to do that in the sky with little practice with your teammates is a feat.
It is a feat. Yes, it is. Congratulations, guys.
Yes.
And in first place, MFS Advanced, is Skydive Orange New Shoe Crew. These guys won intermediate last year and have moved up and are crushing from Skydive Orange. This is Marco Pilipik, Anya Wallace, and Tobias Balone on video with a total points of 103. Look at these guys crushing this belly flying. Holy cow. Point average of 10.3. We're showing you round 9 with a score of 14 points. This draw is 7-8. Periscope, bison. So a nice little combination of a flat round. Like we said, they don't always draw mixed. This was an all flat round, and these guys absolutely crushed. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do in the future.
Although I believe I saw in the trash talking group that their shoes were not new. So I'm confused where they're
Oh, Doug, their
came
shoes are
from.
not new.
Yes. Maybe they're hoping with their Cloud Games medal winnings, they will be able to buy new shoes.
Possibly.
I like that, thinking ahead.
Yeah, old shoe crew.
Yes. All right, so next we are moving on to two-way MFS Open, which had 2 teams participate. And this also is all mixed with 10 rounds. There are also a bunch of new points and blocks that were added that were officially approved like a week or 2 before this event.
It was last minute, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
so we're very happy that they were included, but it was a tricky dive pool. So in second place, for silver, we have SDC Matrix from Skydive Chicago with Joey Baker, Lindsay Fenner, and Nick Fenner on video. They got 108 total points with an average of 10.8. We are currently showing round 2 with a score of 13 points, which was their highest scoring round, 9-0-17.
There's that roly-poly again.
It's in all of them. I like that name.
Me too.
So, Turnstile, Versa Vice, and Roly-Poly. Nice flying, STC Matrix.
Thanks, Doug.
And as we mentioned before, they successfully brought out several intermediate teams for this event. So we are thankful for that.
It was a fun weekend at Skydive Chicago.
Very fun weekend.
It was a fun.
Yes.
What a vibe.
Yeah.
What a vibe, Doug.
And again, in that trash talking group, like everywhere, it was a vibe everywhere.
It was
worldwide vibe.
Cloud Games vibe.
Yes.
Be there next year or
Yes.
B Square.
Yes.
Let's go to first place. Gold place, MFS Open, Flight Shop, Skydive Arizona, The Goats, Andy Malchiotti, Jason Peters, and Taylor Buffington on video. 158 total points, 15.8 point average, and we're showing you their round 10 with a score of 17 points, their highest scoring round. This is 16M19. Rock Cradle, Caterpillar, mixed turnstile. Holy smokes. These guys look like they've been flying together for 11 years and counting, don't they?
I was gonna say something like that. Yes.
Yeah. They look like they've practiced a little bit.
Very close.
Yeah, they make it look easy.
All
Doug,
of it.
it's not easy, is it?
I don't think so. I haven't tried very much MFS myself, but
Well, congratulations, Flight Shop.
I'm waiting for my invitation to Flight Shop.
Keep waiting, Doug.
Ouch. Okay. All right, moving on to 10-way speed. In 10-way FS, each person on a team has to exit individually as fast as they can. Because as soon as they cross, or their head crosses, or their arm crosses, that line that you see in the plane, or you will see in the plane momentarily, the time starts. And you only have 35 seconds to complete the formation that is given. Each formation must successfully be held for 5 seconds.
Oh,
so
Doug, that's eternity.
So it's not just a touch and then go low, unfortunately. But each of the 6 rounds is a different formation than the last one, and then the last one is a star, which is what the speed star is known for. But the team with the lowest cumulative time wins. We also had to bring out the tiebreaker rule for this one for Cloud Games. It was close competition all around. And so for this one, because we had 2 teams that did not successfully complete any of the formations in the 35-second time rule, then you have to go to the last skydive, which is the star. Whichever team completed the star fastest, even if it was after 35 seconds, is going to pull ahead. So, given that, unfortunately, Hold On, I'm Coming had someone go a little bit low on the last skydive, and they were unable to complete the star. So they came in 3rd place, which is still fantastic and I'm pretty sure that Australia does not have a speed star competition, or they do not have a 10-way speed competition. So I'm not sure they knew that there were formations other than a star, and I'm not sure they knew that there was a line that needed to go in the plane until after they had already registered. So,
but now they know.
And they did a fantastic job showing up and competing. They also are jumping out of a long body caravan, which makes a smaller door. So they did a fantastic job given their plane and experience with this event. So
good job, guys.
Yeah. So in 3rd place, bronze, we have Hold On, I'm Coming from Skydive Ramblers, Australia. Their competitors were Travis Aslett, Adrienne Bramwell, Scott Ferrer, Erica Herman, Martin Clapper, Martin Lonan, Travis McCartan, Matthew McKenzie, Denzil Saldana, Abby Tucker, Anna Fluggy, Chloe James on video, and then Adan Harmy as an alternate, and Ben Scoos as an alternate. So their total cumulative time was 210 seconds, which their time average was 35 seconds. And then we are showing round 2, which was a wedge formation, a 9, and they did not complete it in time, but it still looked like a fantastic skydive.
They got it.
Yeah.
That just wasn't in time.
It was not, unfortunately, in time, but it looked really solid.
Now, when the Aussies do 10-way and they funnel, does it go in the opposite direction?
That has been a question since the beginning of this, and I don't believe we got an answer.
Since the beginning of time, really.
So if anybody is watching from Skydive Ramblers, please answer our question. When a 10-way team funnels, which direction do you spin?
Yeah, we need to know, Doug, don't we?
We do.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to silver place here. Team SDC Lawn Darts from Skydive Chicago. Beloved but often misunderstood. This would be Blair Anesi, Tom Barr, Cody Gipe, TJ Johns, Bree Riley, Colton Schilling, Matoush Sirant, Maria Ketchuk, Dennis Carrier, Mackay Wilson, Chris Walker on the video, and the 2 alternates are Noah Cavender and Jonah Moore, who just got his A license. Total time, 210.
Looks like we got a bit of chaos going on in this one.
Not with the lawn darts, they're world famous. Doug? Time average 35 seconds, and we're showing you round 3. This is a compressed donuts.
It was close to a compressed donut.
Did I say that plural? A compressed
Donuts?
donuts? I did, yeah.
Oh.
Good job, guys.
Yes.
We'll see you in
SDC Lund,
2026.
We are proud of the homegrown team. All right. So, many years ago, with 10-way speed, Skydive Midwest created a championship belt
Oh, Doug.
to up the stakes
Oh,
between Skydive Chicago
Oh, Doug.
and Skydive Midwest teams.
Oh, Doug.
So every year, this belt gets to live with the winning drop zone.
Oh, Doug, we're getting to touch it. Oh, my God.
Or kiss it. Skydive Chicago has held it for the past year, and this year it will be passed along to Skydive Danielson.
It is kind of sad.
Goodbye.
We should take a Dugway photo with this.
Oh, yes. So, congratulations. First place gold to Skydive Danielson, the Impossibilities. They had Jeremy Allen, Nick Lobianco, Amanda Lyle, Andy Marcoux, Melissa McGowan, Megan Ryan, Alexander Teskey, Patrick Vaughn, Steve Figliotti, Aaron Walkinshaw, and Andrew Yin on their team. So their total time was 202.3 seconds. The average was 33.72. And we are currently showing their round 6 with a time of 27.34 seconds, which might be a Cloud Games record. And it was the only formation to finish on time, but they finished it fast.
And are they doing extra stuff at the bottom?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice job, Skydive Danielson.
That's pretty cool. You're going to have to come get your belt out of the Doug's cold, dead hands.
I do believe they're coming.
Oh, they're coming to get it?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
never mind.
yeah,
We'll see you soon.
They're coming to get it.
Yep, got it. Okay.
At All American. So,
Okay. Well, then we
hopefully-
better give it to
hopefully
them.
our hands are not dead
Yes.
by then.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Hey, moving on to a very
Yes.
popular event, Canopy
New.
formation. New for Cloud Games.
New for Cloud Games.
The first year Canopy formation is in Cloud Games. Let's talk about four-way. We had 3 teams in four-way rotations. A little bit about four-way rotations is a team of 4 skydivers and 1 videographer, and they build a 4-stack formation. Once the initial formation is built, the top jumper will rotate down to the bottom of the stack and score another point. As soon as the rotating jumper is on and linked into the bottom of the stack, then the next skydiver on top can go down to the bottom, and that scores another point.
It's like they're rotating.
Yeah, it's almost like they're rotating, Doug. You came up with that name, right, Doug? Yeah, I knew it. Working time is 90 seconds, and then there's four-way sequential, and that is also a team of 4 and 1 videographer, and they follow a draw of formations, and a point is scored for each formation that's correctly completed, just like all the other events. For each competition jump, there are either 4 or 5 different formations in each sequence, which are repeated during the jump to score as many points as possible, and the working time for that is 120 seconds. And then there's mixed. The crew dogs wanted to do 2 of each, so it was rotes, followed by sequential, followed by rotes, followed by sequential for this competition. Typically, at nationals or the world competitions, they are 2 different disciplines. Mixed was round 1 rotation, round 2 was sequentials, round 3 was rotations, round 4 was sequentials. You don't have to keep track of that. We'll keep track of that for you. Sequential scores, way less typically. So next year's rules might be adjusted to add a multiplier to those rounds. Maybe. We'll see. We're going to keep you guys on your toes.
Or we'll confer with the crew community and see what they think is best.
That's probably what's going to happen, Doug.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just talking smack.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that bronze team,
Yes,
Doug?
I would love to. So for 3rd place, bronze, we have the Mirthlings from Skydive Raleigh. We have Jorge Chacon, Krista Goral, Joss Martin, Jason McClure, and Bethany Walters. They had a total of 15 points with an average of 3.75. We are currently showing round 4 with a score of 4. So this is their highest scoring sequential round. So first they had to complete a 5, which is like a stack where there's 2 on top, then they have to move to 2 on the bottom. A C, which is like a stair step, which is what they're completing right now. And then a 10, which is a stack. It's called a stack to stair step. I can't read my notes.
That sounds about right, Doug. Whatever you say is probably
stack
correct.
To stair step.
Yeah.
They get pictures to look at for clarification.
This looks like fun, Doug.
This does look like fun.
We could do a Doug Way crew team.
Maybe we should just do all the teams.
That would be a dream, Doug.
Yeah. Their round 2 was a pretty rough video. I think their videographer had trouble. So, and then as I mentioned before, Skydive Raleigh Drop Zone had kind of plane issues, but they did a great job pulling through for a new plane for them.
Doug, they pulled it off. They pulled it off
did,
strong.
yeah.
Yep. Just like skydivers do. Second place with that silver medal. Oh, this team name. I love it, Doug. Doug. KTSFJ. Kafkaesque Tambourine Salamanders for Justice.
Look at that move right there that I just did.
From Skydive Elsinore, Mike Berry, Eric Galan, David Hildebrandt, Will Kiddo, and Lauren Rorick. 20 total points, point average of 5. Doug, I just have to say their name again. Kafkaesque Tambourine Salamanders for Justice. I gotta do. And we're showing you round 1 with a score of 6. This is their best round. These guys are hauling butt under their canopies.
Yeah, and this is clearly rotations as we were discussing them earlier.
I feel like you have to be a really aggressive canopy pilot to be doing this.
Yes, but it's also, remember, they use different types of canopies and lines, so they are built to withstand crashing into each other.
This looks so fun.
Whereas if you use that, a traditional skydiving canopy.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That would be bad. So in first place for gold, we have Team Fast Packs from Skydive Elsinore with Zach Bocella, Taylor Cole, and Benjamin Dumazel, James Hare, and Sean Jones. Total of 22 points. Their average is 5.5, and we are showing round 3 with their score of 8 points. And look at how much longer their skydives are, and look at that beautiful view.
This is like 3 skydives for the price of 1, man.
It is, yeah. This is excellent. Oh, look how the top.
Oh, what?
Whoa,
This dude just
that was
dropped
a
in like
sneaky
an
move right there. He just boosted right. Yeah,
that was an elevator.
I'm used to seeing the rotations where they like go off to the side and then swoop back, but that guy had that.
Something
special
tells me
move of,
he
like,
was the player coach that just did that.
maybe. Yeah, that was like a boosted up top and then like cannonball down to the bottom. We got to learn how to do that.
That was like throwing your laundry down the laundry
that was
chute.
Cool.
Amazing.
Yeah. Nice
Amazing,
work, Fast
guys.
Packs.
Doug, we're impressed.
Very impressed.
We're impressed,
Yes.
Doug. Yes. Okay. I don't even know where we're at. Oh, we're going to two-way.
Two-way sequential.
Two-way canopy formation sequentials. We had a lot of teams, guys.
We did.
12.
We had 12 teams.
This is
competing
where
in
all
this
the
event.
FS rookies went.
They must have all turned into crew dogs.
They all turned into crew dogs.
Yes.
Good job, guys. Okay, let's talk about it. So a team of 2 skydivers and 1 videographer. They complete predetermined series of formations. A point is scored for each formation correctly completed in accordance with the draw made at the start of the event. For each competition jump, there are 5 different formations, and the goal is to complete the series as many times as possible in the working time of 1 minute. It's not very long, Doug, but it's more than you get in free fall.
Mm-hmm.
There are typically 8 rounds in competition. Cloud Games, there were only 4 because we wanted to allow people to also have time to participate in 4-way during the 3-day event.
We know the crew dogs like to do all of the things.
And you know they're up there forever.
Yes.
So they needed some extra time.
Yep.
Third place, bronze. Team Red Line District from Skydive Sebastian. Stephen Davis, Brian Stempen, and Dennis Zurofkov. Their regular camera flyer, Clint, he was not there that day. He hurt his knee, I heard.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Total points of 25 here. Point average of 6.25. And we are showing round 2 of these guys with a score of 6, The formations are B, top middle dock, D, lower right dock, B, top middle dock, D, lower right dock, and A, top left dock.
This camera flyer seems to be doing a pretty decent job. If he's our backup camera flyer.
That's what I hear.
Sebastian is also a beautiful drop zone.
That's a gorgeous place,
Yeah.
isn't it? You know, this team likes to have a lot of fun. They are a fun-loving team, but you know, it's a good thing that this competition is remote because nobody wants to see their jorts and their leggings. So it's a good thing this is a remote competition.
I mean, I like to wear jorts.
Doug, you
And
look the
socks.
best in jorts.
Sounds like we need to do a crew team.
Sounds like we do. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
So in second place for silver, we have Line Burns from SA Skydiving in Australia. Martin Lech, Niall Saunders, and Tomaso Watson with a total of 69 points. Do you think they did that on purpose?
Yeah, they stopped at 69 on purpose,
69
Doug.
on purpose. 17.29 average. And we are showing round 3 with a score of 22, which was a B, top middle, A, top left, E, bottom middle, F, bottom left, and D, bottom right.
Man, these guys are hauling butt.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not sure I've seen a video this close
This
of
is a very
two-way.
close video.
Yeah,
I
right
was-
on.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
It almost makes me think that that camera flyer is having a FOMO. I would too.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe join them as soon as the working
Yeah.
time is up.
Yeah. Nice job, guys. And next we are going to welcome Finland into the medal categories here. In first place with the gold is Team Ilmassirkus, and that would be Finnish for Air Circus. Very cool name, guys.
Ilmassirkus.
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 Yes, Google Translate helped the Dougs with this one. Skydive Club of Tampere in Finland, and this would be Timu Iltakari, Simu Leminen, and Jani Lutinen.
You
These
did an excellent job with those
Thank you,
names.
Doug.
Yes.
I wanted to honor this team. Look at how good they're doing. And they joined in Cloud Games all the way from Finland. Total points of 71, point average of 17.75, and this is round 4 for them with a score of 620 points. I don't know that that's right, Doug. I don't know how many points they got in round 4, but it
I'm
was
not
a
sure either.
lot, Doug.
Yep.
Yeah. So they really put on a good show. Thank you for participating from Finland. You won a gold medal. That was awesome. And your team name Ilmassirkus
Ilmassirkus.
really twisted the Doug's tongues.
Yes. It's a good warm up for us. All
Wow,
right.
That was it.
Thank you so much to everyone who participated in Cloud Games. Thank you so much to the Drop Zones for hosting, particularly those outside of the United States. We had quite a few additions from Europe, Australia, Russia, Canada, Mexico. It was very cool for us to be able to compete and talk with people from around the world.
Yes, very cool, Doug.
Thank you also to the meet directors for coordinating and being the eyes and ears for the drop zones, and the judges for judging and providing great feedback to the competitors, as well as Ian and Endevex for the software and IT support, and for PD for helping us out with sweet medals.
Sweet medals. Speaking of sweet medals, they will be mailed to your drop zones, and we, the Dougs, we will see you next year.
Do we have the dates for next year?
Do we have the dates for next year?
We do. It's June 12th through the 14th in 2026.
Heck yeah. Okay, guys, put that on your calendar because the Dougs want you to sign up. Be there or be square.
Preferably sign up before the 2-hour window that registration closes.
Yes, because that would make brains explode. Or not. You do you, boo.
But register earlier.
But probably register early.
Yes.
Yes, but don't forget to register.
And thanks for stopping by.
And thank you so much for doing Cloud Games and for coming over.
And for stopping by.
and making an appearance. Thank you.
And
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Girls just wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. They just wanna. They just wanna. They just wanna. Oh.